and welcome. This is Brandy Rose Smith live in the Forbidden Library, and today is Sorcery Day! Da 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 da! It's very loud in the market today, in the Festival of Thieves. I haven't come across many, I say that. I haven't come across many thieves, she says, but I did steal some money myself. So, plot twist, I am the thief. But hello everyone and welcome. Hi Double Size Phantom. I'm so sorry it's your birthday. I'm so sorry. I've heard of cake is the best way to nurse that affliction that is your birthday. I recommend cake. Very much recommend cake. Hello Rahel. Hello Howdy. Hello C86. Hello Lucas. Welcome. Dramatic impact zoom. Mwah! And out again. I have multiple ways to zoom. We can do that. And then, where is it? We can do this as well! Well, you're scared. You should be. No cake, I'm Italian, so I'm having pasta. I mean, as long as you're happy with it. I mean, is lasagna not just pasta cake? It's layered pasta like a layered cake, so you could have lasagna. Yeah, have pasta as a main and then cake for dinner. Both zooms. If we do both zooms at once, it's gonna look real weird. It'd be like, wah! And then if I do the other zoom, you just get this. Carbonara, oh heck yeah! Carbonara is great. I love carbonara. I love me some creamy, cheesy pasta nonsense with some bits of meat in it. Good stuff. You come. Correct. Carbonara is great. Some of my faves. Right. Where are we up to? We're in Care. We are going through the Festival of Thieves because I thought that sounded like a terrible and fun place. And we've done a lot. We've had a look at it. So we have a look at the dancing bear. That's definitely not something you can get away with nowadays. Alio olio is pretty nice as well. I've not heard of that one. I made too much crispy pork belly, and that has been my meal for 2 days. Oh, that's a great thing to make and have meals for 2 days. Have you had it for breakfast as well? You did say meal, I suppose, which means you just had it for one meal for those 2 days. But it could be all the meals, and you could have breakfast. Your mom makes a good aglio olio. Sounds tasty. I wanna have some Italian pasta. Not too spicy. Spicy though. What am I having? I'm having a dancing bear for dinner. Let's go. You cross the fair to join a crowd gathered at a safe distance around a dancing bear. A dwarf stands in front of the bear, holding a lead that is fastened to a ring in the creature's nose. "See my beauty dance!" he growls, jerking the cord. The bear stumbles around in obvious pain. As he tugs the cable, he plays a pipe with great gusto. The crowd are in such stitches of laughter at the poor bear's performance. I would very much like to free the bear. Free the bear, free the bear, free the bear, free the bear. I've eaten pork belly for lunch and dinner for the past 2 days. See, that's where you're making the mistake. You should have it for breakfast as well. I also can't stay too long. You're going to a therapist today. Happy birthday. Go to the therapist. No, that's good. I'm glad you're looking after yourself. That's okay. Free the bear, eat the people. Free the bear, eat the people. Free the bear! The treatment of the creature is heartbreaking, and you wonder what the bear might do if the cord holding it back were cut. But there are several people in the way, and the dwarf is unlikely to let you near. I can cast spells now. What can I cast? Let's just have a quick look. Let me make sure this... Oh, for fudge's sake. The game sound worked. when I set up, but now it doesn't. Let me make sure. There we go. It's there now, you just can't hear it very well. So what's the L one we can make? Law? I don't want to control the bear, so that's an out. What's the N word we can make? Oh, there's 2 N words. Creates a stench. Oh, we could do that. We could, like, disperse the crowd with the stench. And then we can free the bear. I think that's a good one. I'm going to do that. Niff! Breakfast is coffee, just coffee. But breakfast. Yeah, drop in the 3-letter N words. The bear has a brain. It does have a brain, but it's a low intelligent life form as far as I know. You cast the spell, but for some reason nothing happens. It is most curious. Suddenly a cry goes up from somewhere in the audience. My gold! My gold! Pickpocket! Why did my spell not work? What? Beware, there is a pickpocket at work! You and the rest of the crowd spin around toward the voice to see a small creature darting off away from the crowd. Oh, I fucking know exactly who this is. Come back here. You just ruined my little stick. Come here, you stupid little shit. It's my little shit. You elbow your way through the crowd, hoping to grab the pickpocket, but there are too many people in the way. By the time you approach the edge of the crowd, the little figure has vanished. Someone shouts, "What's happening to the dwarf?" Oh, but I do want to know what's happening to the dwarf. It's my little shitlet. You turn around and see the dwarf and the bear disappearing into the floor, as if they were sculptures of ice, now melting. Just illusions, perhaps. The crowd are out for blood now. It seems several of them have been robbed. Turning on one another, accusations of theft begin to fly this way and that. Things are turning ugly, and you are caught in the middle of it. Let's get out of the way. Yeah, it could be the kid's spell. You slip quickly away, listening to the hue and cry as more of the crowd discover they too have been robbed. You keep one hand firmly on your gold until you are back outside. If my magic didn't work, I know exactly who that... Well, it might be a different little shit, but I know what that little shit is. Oh no, the festival of thievery with thieves? Who could have foreseen this? Exactly, we take this risk. Oh, I wonder which way they went. I wish it told me. You walk to the north end of the fairground, midway. The fair continues from here, and the road leads away uphill. So what do we got? Bare knuckle fighting, the end of the fair, and leave the fair or go back down. What's that? Musicians! Oh, you make a good point with the illusion spell. C86. Still at 10 gold. We're keeping that 10 gold. You head over to where the crowd are watching a troupe of dancers who spin and swirl in time to a lively tune. There is something quite hypnotic about the performance. I kind of want to cast a spell again. If I keep watching, I'm going to get pickpocketed. Ip-a-dip. What if I just cast smoke bombs everywhere? I kind of want to cast the stinky smell for no reason whatsoever. Because I can. N-I-F. Go. Why? I just want to. Because it didn't work last time. So I want to cast it. You cast the spell, creating an appalling smell that issues from under your cloak. You stink. You stick your nose plugs You stick in your nose pokes to protect yourself, but the crowd around you are not so lucky. One by one, the people are turning green and begin to choke and retch. Then the smell reaches the dancers, who crash into one another and finally tumble to the floor. Last to go are the musicians, who take deep breaths to play their pipes, then keel over. Within minutes, the crowd has dissipated, and the dance is over. One of the musicians has left a bamboo pipe behind. You pick it up, then you slink away. Fuck yeah, I got a pipe out of that. I did. I cast baked beans. I cast sprout farts. Let's go here. Instant spoiled egg. You cross the fairground to a wrestling ring. A ruffian inside is announcing the current challenge. People of care, are you ready for a fight? In the white corner, we have our challenger, Anvi the Barbarian. Woo! That crowd cheers and whoops. Look over at Anvar. Anvar is about half as tall as you again. With sheets of muscle on his arms and legs. But he is probably lighter than the ogre, which will mean he has less momentum. And in the black corner, the brawling champion of care, the one they call Skull Splitter, the ogre, Kagordin of Dadley! Woo! Free fighting ring means betting, means money. Yeah, we should place a bet. I don't know who's gonna win though. Let's look over at Skull Splitter. The ogre looks thick as any ogre you might meet, but he is made of solid muscle. His arms and legs like the twisted barks of trees. Challenger, are you ready? Demands the ruffian. Anva nods and beats his chest. Place bet. You find a wager man by looking for his enormous hat, to which odds and returns are pinned on bits of cloth. Feeling lucky, are you? He chuckles with evident glee. His palms are sweating, and you notice he carries flick blades inside his sleeves. Place your money on me. Hyping up there. I'm on Skull Splitter. They are hyping up the ogre because the ogre is their main champion, and I don't know. Ask the odds. What are the odds? 3-1 on the challenger. 1-3 on our champion. I don't really understand how betting odds work. I'm not gonna lie to you. What does that mean? What does that mean? For every 1 coin bet on the barbarian, you get 3 extra back if he wins. For every 3 coins you put on the ogre, you only get 1 extra back if he wins. Okay, 75% for the ogre. Let's place a bet. You take your money from your pouch pocket. I'm gonna bet on the ogre. I bet on the ogre, you tell him. A wise choice, the bookie agrees. The ogre always wins. Maximum of 9 gold pieces. Or do we go big or go home? But that's like all my money. That's like a lot. And I'd only get 3 back. Gamba it all. No. No. I would like to gamba half. Gamba half. You hand over 6 gold pieces, and the bookkeeper makes a mark on his hat for the bet. Meanwhile, in the ring, the fight has begun. The barbarian in the white corner growls and beats his chest. The ogre raises his fists into the air and shakes them. Cheer for the ogre! You got this! You shout, finish him! To the ogre, who bellows with anger. The ogre roars with rage and powers forward against the barbarian, landing a mighty blow. Now the ogre looks on good form, but the barbarian comes back with an unexpected thump. I could cast a spell. We could fuck with it. I don't know if I have a very good spell for that. What if we used the Could we cast Jig? I have panpipes now. What if this became a musical instead of a fight? Can I cast Jig? Can I cast Jig? Please let me cast Jig. No, I can't cast Jig. Fuck. Boo. Cheer for the ogre war! You holler at the ogre, but it's not clear it does any good. The barbarian beats his chest and pounds the ogre heavily about the head. Suddenly, Avnar is looking good. The barbarian staggers suddenly. The crowd gasps, but then he picks himself up once more. Because, yes, exactly! We could stop this from being a fight and suddenly it would turn into a musical number and it'd be fucking great. You yell out, "Don't spare the elbow!" to the ogre, who roars back. The ogre's lip has split and is bleeding. Growling and muttering, the ogre thunders into the barbarian, cracking his skull, but the fight could still go either way. Basically, boy. You shout at the ogre, but the rest of the crowd is shouting too. The ogre howls with fury and pounds toward the barbarian, winding him. Suddenly, the creature is sure to win this. Go, 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 go! You holler, go for the eyes! To the... Yeah, Sorcery! Welcome, Kanagi. Welcome, welcome. You holler, go for the eyes! To the ogre, over the roaring crowd. Finally, it's all over. With a single blow, skull splitter, the ogre throws Anver the barbarian clear out of the ring. The crowd goes wild. You find the bookkeeper to collect your winnings. You and everyone else, sighs the bookkeeper. He hands over 8 gold pieces. Inside the ring, the master of the fight raises the ogre's fist into the air. Who challenges our champion? The prize is 10 gold pieces. Oh, do we want to fight? I could fight. We could fight. We could fight. Could fight? Yes, maybe. I'm not very good at the fighting in this game, though. But fight. I challenge him, you cry. All eyes turn to look at you. The fight master beams. We have a stranger taking the challenge, he declares. Let her through. How is Sorcery go? I started the first game a little while ago. It's so good. It's gone well. We're into episode 2, the second game, technically now. I think I've technically still got it as the first game or second game. I don't know, categories. But it's good. I'm really enjoying it. Head into the ring. Fuck yeah. Oh boy, I can't wait to get to first game. Can I bet on myself? I don't think so, but I do get 10 free gold pieces, which means I've made a profit going through the Festival of Thieves. Currently I've earned 7 gold pieces going through. The crowd parts and you are helped up onto the ring. Under his breath, the fight master outlines the rules. A fair fight, no magic, and pound your opponent so they can't stand. Ready? He asks. Fight! In the black corner, then the ruffian announces, Skull Splitter! In the white corner, the ruffian turns to you and hisses, what should I call you? The Stranger. Stranger. The Stranger! And the ruffian pulls a blank face. It's not very exciting, he says, but all right. To the crowd, he bellows, in the white corner, today, fresh from who knows where, please welcome to the ring, the Stranger herself, and then throws you a sidelong glance before he scarpers from the ring. The crowd begin to furiously place bets. You could hear them discussing your relative merits. She looks feeble. Looks like a maniac to me. You ready your fists. Pew, 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 pew. Let's go. Fist fights. No swords. No swords. Should we just go big or go home? Go big. Go big. Go big. Ha! Go big. The ogre raises its fists into the air and makes a roaring noise that brings a similar response from the crowd. The bell rings and you charge forward, roaring and bellowing. It hits out with a lazy swing of its colossal fist. Clearly it thinks you are no serious threat to it. That's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna go... It thinks it's no serious threat, so probably smaller hits are okay. And it might not think I'm a serious threat until later. Yeah, so small hits now. Peek, 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 peek. You strike again. You chase the ogre with a passing blow. The ogre blocks your blow. It's holding back. Someone in the crowd is shouting you advice. Take it! Take out his knees! Thanks, guy in the crowd. I'm going to block, though, just to get some stamina back. Smart move, I guess. You drop in a defensive crouch. The ogre tries a weak punch, but you escape its grip. So if I do maybe like a 3-ish, that seems to be more than enough. Backseating from the crowd. I mean, this is basically a ye old streaming event, right? Just do a little 3. Peek, peek. Moving swiftly, you aim for his heart. The ogre drops into a defensive crouch, moving with more speed than you'd expect. It is briefly distracted by scratching. The old street fight. I have 3 chats to entertain. What do you want to know? I've got Twitch, YouTube, and the in-game chat. The in-game crowd. I'm gonna do the same. We'll do like 3 again. Blah. Yeah, still got it. You lunge forward again, moving quickly. You go straight for a lunge for his eye. The ogre turns away as though not seeing the blow will stop it landing. The ogre stumbles, suddenly crashing into the ropes at the other side of the ring. A gasp goes up from the crowd. Da, 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 da. He might be taking me seriously now because I've given him a good blow, so I'm gonna block. Yeah, cool. I predicted it! You drop back defensively. Your suspicion is well founded. A moment later, the ogre charges forward with all its body weight. It knocks you back a short way. The ogre is hovering slightly. The crowd are now behind you, spurring you on. Yeah! Maybe we should go for a big one. For fun, for fun, for fun, for fun and spice. Let's go. Ah! Pshum. Readying a forceful blow, you hurtle forwards. The ogre tries to dodge and fails. Can I do into 3? And then I'll do a block after that. Oh, fuck! No! Owie. You try a heavy punch, but the ogre knees you in the chest, knocking the wind out of you. The ogre's attention is suddenly arrested by a passing fly. Does that mean I can hit him? I mean, I did hit him, but now I very much need some stamina. Moving efficiently, you thrust for his chest. The ogre turns his stick back to absorb the blow. The ogre howls with rage as it stumbles and hits the mat. For a moment, you even think it might stay down, but then slowly, like a crumbling cliff, it picks itself to its feet once more. It is clearly thinking hard. Smash, sculpit. Smash, skull splitter, skull! Chant the crowd. Let's see if the ogre have brains! Oh, lordy. ADHD ogre. That's hilarious. So, Kanagi commented that on Twitch and Lucas commented that on YouTube. You're on different platforms, but you both had the same thoughts about the ADHD ogre. Blah! Bash! One more hit. Yes! Do, 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 do. Wavelength and line. You strike again, preparing a heavy swing. You charge for your opponent. The ogre staggers back, gasping, its stupid eyes blinking in surprise. Summoning the last ounce of strength in your arms, you raise your hands linked in a fist and bring them down, knocking the ogre out cold. 10 free gold! Fuck yeah. I've never had this much gold in this game. You killed a rare neurodivergent ogre. Congrats. I didn't kill him. I just knocked him about a little bit. That's all. You stagger from the ring, the crowd cheering for you, and collect your winnings. Yeah! Victory! So that's the end of the fair, but we could go back down. I have money now. We could look at things more. Or would it be better to just, like, travel back up and then go to, like, Mansion Row? So that's where the rich people live. I mean, I'm now a rich person. Let's go. You push your way through the crowd, following the road uphill. The party is getting wild there, and you would do well to be away from here before things get out of hand. At the far edge of the fair, the litter has left a tide mark on the grass. There is one last small tent here, probably a ticket booth that has simply been ignored by the crowds of Caher. Let's have a look at the small tent, why not? Looking more closely, you spot a sign above its door. Cabinet of Fortune. Try your luck. Prize for all. You have time to test your luck, no doubt, if you want it. Yeah, I want to try. You mean a gacha? Heck yeah. Nah, pretty sure the rich live on the other side of the river. Maybe. That's true. I don't think the rich people would be so close to it. For we prizes? You go over to the tent and push back the flap. Inside, a grubby bearded man leaps up from where he was sitting cross-legged on the floor and comes over to pump your hand. Welcome, welcome, my friend, he exclaims somewhat over-enthusiastically. And let's see what prize you can win today. You must know this. There are no losers at Honest Hannah's Cabinet of Fortune. He gestures with one hand towards the large glass cabinet at the centre tent. Let's have a look what's inside. You step forward and peer through the glass. Inside there are piles of jewellery, books, gold, and other things, as well as a small, wiry creature curled up, fast asleep. What is that creature? You ask. My little pet, Hannah explains. He's perfectly harmless. Well, he bites, but only when you open the cabinet to feed him. What do I do? You ask. It is a most simple game, Honest Hannah replies with glee. You give me 2 gold pieces, and then my little pet will fetch something for you. Now might be a good time for, what was it, law? Oh, we can't do law. Sus. Sense danger. Yeah, I'm gonna cast that. You cast the spell, and a deep, calm voice enters your mind. It tells you there is no danger here. The cabinet contains some false prizes, some true ones, but nothing that will do you harm. Hannah waits for you to finish your spell and smiles. Will you play? I mean, why not? Sounds like a scam, not gonna lie. Sounds like a gacha, not gonna lie. I know, it sounds like his pet's just gonna pick, like, the worst things for him, for people. But, let's give it a go. You pay 2 gold pieces, and Hannah goes over to the cabinet and presses a small button on the side. It seems to operate, a spike which pokes the creature, who squeals, jumps from its perch, and begins fluttering around inside the case. Let's watch it. The creature keeps flapping around inside. Eventually the creature selects something from the prize pool, which it drops into a chute at the far side of the cabinet. What is it? What did I get? You open the flap and remove a small leather pouch. You open it and it seems to be empty, but a moment later you find you are scratching your neck, behind your ears, and up your arms. Fleas, Hannah remarks. You'll have a pouch. I'll have the pouch back, though, if you don't mind. Fuck! He gave me fleas! What? He snatches it from you while staying well back. You scratch your armpit in reply and nod to Hannah, who laughs a little too loudly. Then you head back to the tent. Fuck. Of everything I suggested, hey, could you get the fleas off me? Oh my god. I have so many pets. Tiny, annoying, parasitic pets. We'll name all of them. One could be called Jeff, one's called Tim, one's called Stephen. There's a lot of boys here. We'll call one Julia, one Susan, one Allison. They're a good group. We love them. They could carry plague. Let's carry plague everywhere. It'd be great. We go to the bathhouse and get rid of the fleas! You leave the fair behind and climb through the fields towards the outskirts of the buildings until you reach a fork in the road. The slum districts of Lower Care are unlikely places to find nobles, but you might be able to learn their names or where they are hiding. In the elbow of the fork is a grand, well-kept building. Steam pumps from its roof. A creature emerges, looking refreshed and flushed. It's a bathhouse! Heck yeah, we gotta go do a bath. Bath time. Let's get these freaking fleas off. Can't believe I got fleas, bro. You step in the cool of the bathhouse. It is a wide building of marble tiles and a sweet smell of pine and fresh wood. Gentle noises echo and murmur around the walls. A creature at the front desk greets you with a smile. Good afternoon, my lady. It purrs. The water is cool and fresh today. A swim costs 4 gold pieces. Fuck yeah. You hand over 4 gold pieces, and the concierge gestures you through the centre of the bathhouse, where a wide pool awaits, with trees and shrubs either side. Fuck yeah! Go for a swim. From across the room, steam curls from the doorway of a glass-doored room. You strip off and pile your clothes and belongings in one corner of the room. I would like to try the steam room. Why not? You enter the steam room and take a seat on one of the benches. The temperature is almost unbearable. Through the curling smoke, you see another figure in the shadows. You are not alone. I'm going to break all taboos and try to discuss and talk to people while naked. Greetings, you call out through the smoke. The other figure does not reply, but stands and moves away through the steam. You feel the blast of cold air as the door opens, then closes. You sit in the smoke, enjoying the relaxing steam until you cannot take the heat anymore. Well, leave the steam room. I'm not an idiot. I'm not staying in the steam room until I die. Took a seat, give it back, then indeed. You head back out of the steam room. You feel your shoulders unknotting and your body relaxing. We'll go for a nice swim. You dive into the pool and swim a few enjoyable lengths. You feel the fleas washing off your body! Yay! You feel better for the exercise. You feel a great calm and relaxedness. Is relaxedness a word? If it is very well unused. I know, our pets lasted a whole 2 seconds. Flooding through your veins. Feeling much better, you turn to collect your belongings, just check them over. Not trusting the city to pass up the chance to rob you, you check through your belongings, but everything seems to be in place. Pleased, you head for the exit. The creature at the front desk beams cheerfully at you. You step outside in the street. Yay! Absolute clueless behaviour. I'm gonna go... Oh my god. Oh, I want to head to the artist quarter. I'm gonna go there. Let's go this way then. Oh, I'm a baboon now. You head along the clifftop road into an area of larger, more impressive buildings. The road passes through the ruin of a grand building in what must have been a glorious morning room. Or an ornamental pond is all that remains. Moss grows from the cracks in its tiles. Let's go have a look. Status moved. Yeah. Little did you know, opening the north gate required you to have fleas. God. You walk over to the pond. Despite its great age, it seems well tended, and the water is surprisingly clear. A small scarlet fish starts out from behind a stone as you watch. Bubbles rise from its mouth as if they break. You hear the breath of words. Something else glints from the bottom of the pool. I feel like it's probably telling me, taste the water. I'm going to lean close to hear the words. Kneeling beside the pond, you put your ear close to the water. The little scarlet fish swims up and spits a drop of water at your cheek. If fishes could laugh, you would swear this fish was chuckling. Again, it mouths bubbles, with a sound like bleh. But what does that mean? Taste the water. When in doubt, lick it. You scoop up a handful of water and taste it. It is brackish and foul, and you spit it out immediately. Have a little look deeper in the pond. Your eyes trace the second gleam. Not a fish this time, but a gold piece. Someone must have thrown it in the water. But what if? But what if I took it? You dip your hand in the pool and grab the coin. The fish leaps out of the water to come after you, but it's not fast enough. You pocket the gold. Time to go! The road slopes downhill towards a large domed building. To the right, and a narrow road winds uphill. Yoink! My gold! I'm gonna go downhill, because like I said, I want to go to the artist core. I want to see what that's about. Strange fish lying in ponds distributing coins. There's no basis for a system of government. Correct. You follow the clifftop road, looking down over the fields of care. You can see workers still breaking their backs in the setting sun. Halfway along, you pass a creature with a signboard slung around its neck. Stole the fish's retirement fund. Retirement from what? He doesn't need it. I need it. Oh my god. The board is painted with the message, Doom comes! The world is ending! The creature notices your gaze and begins to approach. Oh my god, yes. I want to talk to the conspiracy theorist. Let's go. You stop the creature. Greetings. The creature looks deep into your eyes. Stranger, he murmurs, do you have a moment for salvation? Always. I always have a moment for salvation. Always, you reply cheerfully. Care crumbles, the creature declares dramatically. We tumble like a cliff into the sea. Do you know? Keep listening. And all who go there will be destroyed. The creature finishes. You blink. Did you miss something? The creature appears to be waiting a moment. There's a joke. They called you the stranger. How did they know my arena name? They clearly were watching. They were clearly one of my fans. Seem trustworthy? Yep, totally trustworthy. Who go where? You ask. Is he an idiot? Or can he see your future? The council has abandoned us, he replies. There is a stir of revolution. The people live in fear. They do not listen. A revolution? Fire burns deep in the deep. The creature replies, 1,000 angry voices wait to rise. Go below and you shall find the king. Then he blinks suddenly as though surprised to find himself on the street. king. The creature looks startled, yelps and runs away up the street. That's interesting. Go below and you shall find the king. I feel like I'm going to need to remember that. Into the plaza, I guess, after that encounter. This is a stone plaza where people meet to eat in the evening. It is a busy spot, and the smell of sizzling meat and broths fill the air with sweet smoke. I wonder what drugs that man was having. He was having a good time. The main road leads away along the cliff, and another road leads left upwards. Okay, so we've got head left, return along the main road, or enter the market. I want to go to the market. What's in the market? A whole new map in the market. You slip into the shadow of the market. It is clearly after hours. The carpet and trinket sellers are packed away, boarding up their shops with planks, chains, gates, and the occasional troll guard. And instead, food vendors have set up along the winding corridors and intersecting passages of this great building. So it's only food stalls right now? That's a bit sad. I would have liked to maybe get a new weapon or something. Maybe get some knuckle dusters. The smells are incredible. Spices, meats, wine, and the echoes of slammed mugs and sizzling pans are almost deafening. I'm gonna do a bit of people watching. People watching's great. Watch the people. You hang back a moment watching the creatures passing by. Several are eating meals they carry with them on thick leaves, shoveling them into their mouths with forks, claw, or prehensile tongues. You can't help noticing that most of them seem to be vegetarian, which is most curious. Interesting. Like a stalker. Don't lie to me. You've done people watching. You've just sat by a window in a cafe or a restaurant and just stared outside at the wonders that is humanity. And if you haven't, I highly recommend it. You wander the corridors for a while, letting the smell tickle your stomach. There seems to be 3 main cuisines available: hill fox broth, rat bear stew, and a lentil curry with strange orange vegetables. The meat is in general more expensive than vegetables, costing 6 gold pieces instead of 4. Tried to steal some food. I don't really want to steal. If I can help it. So I'm gonna choose a stall to eat. You turn your nose this way and that, enjoying the smells. So we've got the broth, the curry, or the stew. I'm gonna go the curry. Curry sounds lovely. You buy yourself the lentil curry for 4 gold pieces, and it's delicious and warming. Hunger fully abated, you head for the exit once more. The market probably has several ways out, but it is thick with people. After several minutes of wandering, you find yourself emerging back into the plaza you came from. I suppose we'll go back outside then. Night has fallen. The main road leads back along the cliff. Sorry, I got a Windows notification. I was really scared that it was OBS for a minute, but it's not. We're fine. And another road leads towards the wall. I mean, like we said, is this where the nobles live? I guess I don't want to double back on myself, so let's head left. You take the side road and climb up a winding street. It's quieter now, and there are fewer creatures on the streets. The streets are likely to be dangerous after dark. You should find somewhere to sleep. But I don't, there's no really, there's no inns that I can find. And there's no other flags, so I guess I've just got to keep walking and hope. I mean, I'm full on, like, health, so if I get into a fight, I should be fine. The road underfoot becomes better paved. You are in a residential street, but where the lower floors of the houses have all been covered up by boards. There was no one about, but from the windows of higher stories you hear sounds of people talking, caressing, arguing, and snoring. A little further along, and the road ends in a wall of stone, through which someone has hewn a narrow archway, perhaps with a mining pick. Squeezing through, you'll find yourself in a slightly wider lane that leads itself left and right. Oh, so we can get through here. A junction. Let's go. I didn't want to steal food. Like, I'll steal gold, but, like, not food. Yes, she has strange morals and weird lines, but that's how we roll. You stand almost at the foot of the city wall once more. The road runs from the right and uphill to the left. A fountain dribbles water on into a stony bowl. Yeah, let's drink from the fountain. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. You cup your hand and drink from the fountain. Feeling better, you look for where to go next. So I could either go around this way and then it ends to the docks. And I suppose I could end up going past that bridge and end up going over here. So I think that'd be a good way to go. Or we could go down this way and end up in kind of a similar situation. But I will pass more houses this way. So maybe there's a chance I'll get more information down this way. So let's go right. You follow the street past low slum buildings. On one step, a rough-looking girl sits. Her knee is drawn up to her chin. "Spare a coin," she shouts. "Child." Toss her a coin. You stop and give her a gold piece. "By Effie," she cries, "a whole gold piece? I was expecting a quarter of one from the look of you. Thanking you." You nod. Ask her about the city. "Tell me," you begin, but she interrupts you. "You want to talk? Sit down, let's play dice." She pulls out familiar little set of knuckle bones. Sure, sit and play. You take a seat on the step beside the girl. What's the stake? Play for fun. You don't have the money. "Sweetie, my sweet summer child, I will take your money." Two. The girl hands you your dice and waves at you to bid. Two bids. You think we have 4 of those? I don't fucking think we do. Yeah, you idiot. Teaching kids the unfairness of life. You gave her money. Exactly. If she wasn't greedy, then we'd be fine, wouldn't we? She'd at least still have the gold piece. But no. Now she wants to get owned. A dice game. Well, this is a shite hand. Do you have 2 of those? I'm gonna say we have 3. Oh, so she was taught this game by a noble and a wizard. Damn, fair. She got me on that one. Oh, gullible adults, who knows? Okay, so we got 2 4s, that's nice. 2 4s. Bid 2 4s. There's people out to get him, and you might be one. That's fair. I don't think, unless you have rolled all 3 3s, then no, we don't have 3 3s. which you haven't. Why do you bet like this, young lady? Very confusing. So I have 2 2s, that's nice. So let's begin at 1 1. Well, screw you, I have 2 2s. You think you have you voted a 1 at the beginning? I mean, we could potentially have that. There is a chance of that. But she did roll for a 1 originally, and then she suddenly said 2 5s, but her other one could be a 5. I'm gonna have to call. We're just gonna have to risk it. Nope, fair enough. She got that one. Damn, we're blow for blow. This is not good. How about a 3? Go. We have at least 1 3 between us. You think we have 2 2s? Did you roll 2 2s? I'm just one of the best players in this city, just saving up enough money to cross the bridge and go to Vlad to make my money. What's a Vlada? I don't think we have 2 2s. She has 2 2s! Fair enough! Okay, yeah, I might fucking lose. Damn it. I was so confident! So I have 1. You think we have that? And call it. What? No! Fuck. Oh well. Oh well. The girl snatches up the money on the step, expecting you to take yours back. How much this time? I played enough. I know, right? It's fine. We still got 10 gold. We're still in double digits. You too. But we did find a clue, so that's nice. Sure, she replies darkly, because that's what life on the streets is like. She jerks her head. Get moving. You're cluttering my view. Fine. I want to have a look at my clues. So, the 4 nobles of Care. We got Lord Sanzas, the first noble of Care, and he knows the full spell to open the gate. Lord Lorang is a scholar. That's all I learned from her, I think. And then second noble of Care. Yeah. Okie dokie. Into the slums. Yeah, we've spent money to not make money. The street is narrow, and you keep one hand on your sword hilt in case someone should try their luck with a blade. After a few minutes of edging forwards, you emerge into a wider space. A flagstoned plaza at the center of it. At the center of it is a circular well mouth. Alleyways lead off in 4 directions. Look at the well. Once, presumably, this well served the people in the district, but perhaps there were too many people because now the well seems dusty and dry. Toss a coin down the well. What's in the well? Nothing but dust and dryness. Look down the well. Leaning over the edge, you peer down into the depths of the well. Strange, this well seems to have handholds cut into the stones. They appear good enough to climb down. What's in the well? While you aren't likely to find the city nobles down there, it's certainly a curiosity worth exploring. You swing yourself over the edge of the well, teetering for an unnerving moment above the long, long drop. Then you find the first of the holes with your feet and begin to make your way down into the dark. Is that what's going to be down here, your nobles? The climb is slow and cautious. You cannot see the holds below you, so you have to feel your way down. After about 10 minutes, your arms are tiring. Suddenly you realize the position you are in. If your strength gives out, you will fail. But you may not have the energy to climb back up either. It is impossible to see how further it goes. Drop a gold piece. A piece. You drop a gold piece. It falls for only a second before hitting something. Another second later, you hear a splash. You must be near the bottom. Keep climbing down. Reassured, you climb down. After perhaps a minute more, your footholds find a ledge. Below that is nothing but space. You've reached the roof of whatever chamber is below. A metal bar sticks from the wall here, presumably used to tie a rope to continue the rest of the way down. I'm not dropping another gold piece. Do I have a light spell? It's like lux or something, isn't it? What's the G spell I can make? None. F. A. Foul? Float to the air. Oh yeah! Let's just fucking fly, bro. That's okay, Lucas. I appreciate you turning up, but I do want you to look after yourselves more, so don't you worry. You don't owe me your time. You go look after yourself. I'm glad you turned up. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day. Sun requires sun jewel to create light. No, I see. You cast the spell and feel yourself become light as a feather. Then you release hold of the wall, floating gently down. Whee! Can I get my gold piece back? You are floating an inch or so above the water in one of the city sewers. The smell is in... Oh, wait! We can go look for the king! We can go look for the king like the little guy said! Oh my gosh. Let's look for the king. You are floating an inch or so above thick water in one of the city sewers. The smell is indescribable. You are at a dead end of sorts. The water disappearing into a grating in one direction, while the tunnel disappeared into darkness in the other. Look for my coins. You kneel and feel in the foul water. It's thick filth. It's thick through your coins, but the water is fast flowing and they are nowhere to your touch. You stand again, wiping your mucky hands on your tunic with disgust. No, leave my gold alone. It's my gold. I do not owe it to the monarchy. Walk. You step out from the dim light of the well shaft into the black tunnel beyond. The tunnel is filled with the worst stench you can imagine. Things splash and scurry through the darkness. You pass a heap of black cloth. A huddled creature? Investigate. You creep over to the huddled rag, the shape of a man leant over, clutching his knees, but it does not seem to be moving. Touch it! Touch it! Touch it! Touch it! It collapses at the slightest touch, and you breathe a sigh of relief. Just a piled up cloak, discarded by some previous unfortunate travel this way. Examine the cloak. You shift through the heavy cloth. This was a fine cloak once, before it was left to rot down here. Stitch on the back is a number 1 in a circle. Waterclogged, the cloak is too heavy to carry away, but it proves that others have come this way before. Walk on. But yeah, poke everything. Poke, 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 poke. I love it when museums now have, like, actual bits that you're supposed to poke. It's great. The sewer turns a corner here, with another tunnel blocked by filth-strewn wreckage. It's actually the wreckage, I guess. You steel yourself and dig through the foul filth in the wreckage, trying not to vomit from the stench. You come across a small glass bottle. Uncork it. You uncork and take a sniff. Blimberry! You stash it in your pack. Fuck yes. Always look. Always loot. Loot, 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 loot. You walk onwards through the dark sewer, then suddenly the tunnel opens into a low chamber. You stand ankle deep in filth in a square chamber. Icy droplets fall from the ceiling. The smell is terrible. I hope you don't bump into any Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh my god, I would love to bump into some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, I'm also an ape now. But this is not just any sewer. In the corner of the room is a pile of rags. Someone or something lives down here. I would like to search the rags. You dig into the rags and clothing. They must have formed someone's bedding, as they could never have been clothing. Strips and odd squares of cloth of all different kinds. They've probably been scavenged from what people threw down drains into sewers. Dig through more carefully. Digging into some old pockets, you find a few gold pieces. Suddenly you find yourself itching and scratching. The rags are covered in oh my god, the fleas are back! The fleas are back! I can never guess what's going to happen on these streams, because getting fleas twice was definitely not on my bingo card. If I had a nickel for every time I got fleas in the last hour of playing this game, I'd have 2 nickels. Our friends, the fleas are back. And now they are biting you as well. The thought occurs to you, perhaps this is not the hiding place of a beggar, but the nest of some terrible beast. A sudden rush of water floods the chamber, soaking you up to the waist. A moment later, it has washed away once more. There might be more coming. Let's look around the room. Now you can start a flea circus. Yes! Free fleas! I didn't even have to... I got paid for these fleas. Last time I had to pay 2 gold for fleas. Despite your concerns, you stop to look around the walls of the chamber. Aside from the pile of rags, there is nothing else here. No stash of food or weapons, and no sign of the inhabitant. Then you notice on the far wall some scratches in the stone. A mark of time, perhaps? Suddenly something growls in the darkness of the tunnel behind you. You look up to see a dark, stooped shape approaching fast. It's a rat bear! Cast a spell. What can I cast? What can I do? Now I can use magic. We could do a law. It could be mine. It's not intelligent. Hey, Mr. Rat Bear, would you like to be my friend? Loa! You cast the spell and take command of the Rat Bear's will. Hold it down under the water. What? No! That's so cruel. Send it away. You order the creature retreat and it slowly sinks away down the tunnel, roaring in anger but powerless to resist your command. Still, the spell will wear off eventually. You'd better leave this place before it returns. Yes, let's do that. No, we don't need to look at the mark. We know there's a rat bear here. Let's get out. Drown the rat. No! I'm not commanding it to drown itself. That's fucking awful. You walk onwards through the sewer. Shadowy shapes loom out of the darkness, then disappear as you move close. Onwards! You walk for what seems like an hour, maybe more. The tunnel tilts lower and lower. Perhaps you are going underneath the river? The sound of fast rushing water fills the tunnel. Is there a light spell? Find safe passage. That could be useful. What's the U one? Oof. Create wind. No, I can't do that. What that? This one. What is the S? Sun. Create light. Oh, I don't have the sun jewel. Damn. Safe passage seems to be the best one. Which was F? Oh, Foff? No, that's a force field. I know how to do spells. H, O, W. How? You cast the spell and a calm voice enters your mind, telling you there is only one exit to this sewer. And that is a long way onwards. The voice tells you The way will be straight and safe. And with that, it recedes. You keep walking. The sound of rushing water grows louder. Okay, good to know. Howdy! Suddenly you realize the sound is not coming from close by the tunnel or through the walls. The sound is coming towards you. Somewhere a wall of water is approaching. An old dam must have given way, and the river is now flooding the tunnel. Oh, good lord. Shelter in an alcove? That's not really going to help. I haven't prayed for aid in a while. You stop still and try to clear your mind to raise prayer to the ape. You feel a great calm wash down over you. Then a moment later, it is a wave that is breaking across your body, knocking you flying like a rag doll. The water wrenches you from the floor, throws you into a swirling spiral. You can see nothing but muck and the filth. At least, you think wryly, you're getting a wash. Swim for it! You feel the calm of the ape in your mind. Whether you are protected or not, you cannot tell, but at least you feel in control. I think we need to swim with the current because... or swim up, I guess. But do I know which way is up if I'm in a washing machine? Choices. I see. We swim down to escape the flow. You turn and fin down towards the bottom of the sewer, hoping to escape the worst of the current. Near the ground, the water is slow, and you are thrown less violently, but you're still running out of air. Your lungs are bursting for air. Gotta swim up then, don't we? You swim up towards the roof of the sewer, hoping to find an air pocket to refresh your breath, but you are out of luck. Your head is arched against the stone ceiling, which is fully submerged. Even the ducts running up are filling with water. There's no air to be had down here. Swim with the current, I guess. You push up to swim with the current, which tears you along the length of the sewer. The ground level is rising below. At some point, perhaps, you will break the surface of the water, but it has not happened yet. You cannot last much longer. Keep swimming with the current. You swim with the current, moving at breakneck speed. The air in your lungs gives out. There is nothing you can do. Your mouth opens, and the filthy water of the Jabaji River floods into your lungs. We have drowned in the sewers under care. Honestly, this is one of the worst ways we've gone so far. See if we can do that again. So I prayed for aid and it did grand fuck all. So, shelter and alcove? Yeah, swim for it! If I swim with the current every time, do you think it'll do anything? No, so that doesn't work. You're gonna head out. Thank you for coming, Chase. I appreciate it. Bless your cotton socks. You've had a lot of headaches recently. You need, maybe, for me, it's glasses. I always need new glasses when I keep getting headaches too much. Run for it! Yeah. Swim for it! Swim against the current. Swim against the current. Yeah, I think this is death. I think this is death regardless. I think I need to rewind more. Otherwise, no. I need to go here. I need to rewind to here. Because I cast the spell How, which said I could get out. It was safe passage. So let's see what that says again. You cast the spell in a calm voice in your mind, telling you there is only one exit to this sewer, and that is a long way onwards. The voice tells you that the way will be straight, and safe. And with that, it recedes. Can I go back? Can I go all the way back? No, it won't let me go all the way back. Oh, no worries. Thank you for coming. You look after yourself. Can we not just do that? Is that the only way I can go, or do I need to rewind my ass out of here entirely? Or do I just have something that I might not be able to... I mean, would a force field help? Would a FOF helped? Let's see. Is there any spells that will help? You know, like... anything to do with water? FOF. Cast that. Nervously, you cast a spell binding a tight force field around yourself. It will not last for long, but it should. Should anything happen soon, the force field will protect you from the worst of it. So let's see what that does, I guess. Oh no, there's flooding in the tunnel! Run for it! Swim for it! Your force field holds against the force of the water, however, providing you with a pocket of breathable air. You need to escape before it runs out. So swim with the current. Current whipping you around. Your force field has trapped some, but it will soon run out. Swim with the current. Swim with the current. Swim with the current. Swim with the current. You swim with the current moving at breakneck speed. Only the air trapped inside of your force field is keeping you alive. For now, let's keep going. You swim on the current moving at breakneck. Keep going. With a barely discernible pop, your force field evaporates. Water rushes on you. The air in your lungs gives out. Fuck. So it made me last longer. But swimming with the current is maybe not the way to go. There's got to be a way through this. Because I don't want to have to rewind to the point that I was never down here. I'm gonna cast the spell again. Foff did okay. I just need to figure out what the best way around this is. Foff! Yeah! Continue. Okay. Foff good. Foff great. Foff. Take a deep breath. There's nothing else for it. You take a deep breath, exhale, take a deeper breath, exhale, and fill your lungs as best you can as the great wave strikes. The water wrenches you from the floor, flows you into a swirling spiral. You can see nothing but murk and filth. Swim for it! So, going with the current didn't really work. Against the current's not going to work either. If we can swim down to escape the flow. Yeah. We're losing valuable seconds of air. Oh no! The current is whipping you this way and that, but it is all you can do to work out which way is up and down. You fight and struggle to get your body under control, losing valuable seconds of air. Your force field has you trapped, but will run out soon. Yeah, damn. You turn and fight less violently, so we can swim against the current now. You turn and swim back against the current, but it's like wrestling with a 12-limbed octopus bear. Every time you think you have made progress, the eddy knocks you spinning backwards again. Your force field protects you from injury, but it cannot help you navigate the current. You cannot... so I can't navigate the current. You swim up towards the roof, but it's already full. Swim up a duct. Hey, this is the one I needed to pick. Lungs bursting, you reach a duct in the ceiling. Once inside, it wrenches you upwards with a powerful force. The stonework on either side blur, and you crash and scrape and bang into the sides, but harmlessly thanks to your force field. Then suddenly you are spat up into wider, cold water, lit from above by silvery light. You are outside! I'm literally in the lake. You come up gasping for air about a quarter of the way across the river that flows through the middle of Care. Night has fallen while you are underground, and all around you is pitch darkness. You struggle and flail for a moment to get your head above water, and then turn about to swim for the far bank. Of course, all your damageable possessions have been ruined. Thankfully, however, the pages of your spellbook are protected, and your fleas are washed away! We got rid of our fleas again! Oh, Lord. You avoided becoming a sewer bloated corpse. I did! Swim forward. You swim along the surface of the river, keeping your mouth clear of the filth best you can, and aiming for distant lights at the far bank. There's a figure moving there, a night watchman of some kind. I keep swimming. You keep on swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. You keep on swimming, carving your way quickly across, keen to be out of the Jabaji as soon as possible. Suddenly a voice rings out across the river. There's someone in the water! A man's voice calls. One of the slaves escaping! One by one, more lanterns appear, lighting up like stars as they emerge from around the sides of buildings and down the narrow alleys of the waterfront. Just keep fucking swimming. You keep swimming. Suddenly something hisses through the air past your head, an arrow. The next moment, the arrow disappears back into the darkness, pulled on a rope. The men in the bank are fishing for you. Fuck it! Fuck off! Do you know what I just went through? You dive under the water. For a moment you are alone, isolated in the brown water. Another arrow shoots past your head. Swim forwards. You keep swimming forwards, but no more arrows strike. Perhaps they have lost track of you in the water, since you are not swimming back as they might have expected, but forwards. You are slowly and silently coming up for air when you need to, but breathing only softly and gently. After several minutes of this, you arrive at the far bank. I'm just fucking climbing out. I don't care. You haul yourself up and pant gratefully in the dark. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming. Oh my god. We never even got to go to the docks. You look around in the darkness. The far bank is less populated than the near bank. There are no inns, no market stalls, just a single path disappearing off into darkness between large stone buildings. You are too tired from swimming to walk on, so you crawl under a bush and make camp. Night-night! You get some rest. You close your eyes and are quickly asleep. Your dreams are cluttered and crazy. Face after face laughs as you walk about the spells. 4, says one. There are 11 spells, 1349. River water fills your mouth and makes you choke, but the water is thriving with fishes, each of which wants to tell you its life story. Finally, a black whale mouth approaches and swallows you whole. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, yeah, we got 2 gold for it. I have 2 gold to show for my sewer adventure. Oh, the next morning after that chaos. Dawn comes and you're awoken by a shimmering light across the surface of the Jabaji River. But the idyllic morning is quickly broken as the first boats begin to sail down the river. The sailors cursing and singing filthy songs that echo between the buildings on either side. You have almost become accustomed to the terrible smell here. Start moving. You follow the road away from the river towards a fork in the road. If there are any nobles still in Cityport, their houses are most likely on this side of the river, but which way? I don't know. Sewer-smelling, waterlogged, homeless person. The early morning sun is beginning to wake the streets of Care. A few creatures roam this way and that. In one corner, a spring bubbles with fresh water. Oh, let's have a drink. You cup your hand in the water and drink a mouthful. It is fresh and invigorating. Let's look around. You look left. The road heads through a residential area that seems well cared for. A short way off to the right is an open plaza. With all this water going on in the game, make sure you're hydrated. Good point. Lots of talking in this game, so moisture your throat. Good tips. I will do that. Hydration. A short way off to the right is an open plaza. Ask someone for directions. You stop a passing creature. Excuse me, I need to ask you. The creature's head is bowed, and it doesn't look up, but it pulls itself free and hurries away. It's too miserable to speak. There's nothing for it. You'll have to explore to yourself. Yeah, let's go to the square. I feel like I would have more going on at a square. You turn right, heading away from the city wall. A sign points towards Fireview Square. You pass large houses that have the aspect of official places of business. One is marked with the clawed fist of a moneylender. An elven woman is just leaving. She looks quite worn out already. This early in the morning. Are you okay, my lady? You stop the woman with a gesture. She looks up surprised. You seem distraught. She looks at you, her narrow eyes wide. Oh, stranger, she moans, you have no idea. Moneylenders have not been generous, you suggest? The woman laughs. When are they ever generous? But today they have been cruel. She wipes her eyes with a ragged cuff. But no matter, I shall not have expected any different. But what of you, stranger? You do not look like a Gaharian to me. I'm a traveller, you say. Is that so? She replies. Then maybe... She wipes a tear from her eye. Maybe you'll need a guide? That would be useful. She smiles, the first true smile you've seen on her face. Very good, stranger. I will be happy to help you. If I can, for a fee. Where do you want to go? I would like to find a scholar. I need to find a scholar called Lorang, you reply. She nods. I do know him. But I do not know him, but I know where he lives. I can take you there. She nods, clearly pleased. How much will you charge? She sizes you up for a moment. 4 gold pieces. Half now, half later, you suggest. The woman shrugs. That's fair. She holds out a palm and you give her 2 gold pieces. She smiles. Very well then. She gestures down the street. Tell me your name. Before we begin, tell me your name. You can call me Mish, she nods. Good to meet you, stranger. This way. She heads off along the street. Towards the square. We made a friend! I'm sure she won't stab me in the back. This will be fine. The alley gets wider and passing a long building on the left, which seems to be full of children. An orphanage, Mish tells you, full of ne'er-do-wells. On the step, a lanky man sits with his eyes firmly closed. Should we just talk to everyone and be the most social person in all of Care? And get all the friends? Let's greet the ne'er-do-wells. Hi. You go over to the man to greet him, but your guide grabs you arm. Don't, she hisses. Trust me, I don't want to see you get hurt. What do you mean? Fine. But what if we made a great friendship? But what if friendship? But she's gonna show me where the guy is. Fine. You thank her for the advice and keep moving. Your guide is already a few steps ahead. What's in the square? You follow the woman down the road between large houses until it enters a wide square. Odd-looking creatures mill about, going about their business. Several are clustered in a crowd around a monument of some kind. See that? Says Mish, pointing. That's one of the great treasures of Gaher. If you step inside, you are granted a vision of the whole city from above. so you can see where you need to go. On the outside of the square, the main road continues through a low arch. 1,000 other alleyways lead off in all directions and up a care. Oh, can I go look then? Ask the guide about the monument. Tell me more about the monument, you ask your guide. The woman shrugs. You should look for yourself. Very well, I want to look. You approach the crowd around the monument, your guide in tow, which is so thick it is hard to see inside. Here, says one of the creatures whom you elbow aside. Be careful. Apologize. Sorry. I'm a gorilla again. You apologize, and the creature huffs and moves away through the crowd. Clambering up the steps of the monument, you finally see inside. But the monument seems to be empty. There's just a circular rug that fills the floor space. The crowd murmur and whisper. There's nothing here. Your elven guide shrugs. Step inside and take a look properly. The crowd are clustered around the monument as though expecting the rug inside to move. Let's have a look. I'll try it, you tell your guide. Then you step into the monument. But just as your foot is about to touch the circular rug, there's nothing there. You have a moment to curse your treacherous guide before then you are falling! That's what I get. That's what I get. She only made 2 gold out of me. She could have made 4. Whee! Back into the sewer with us! You are floating slowly down through the air, and the air turning over and over. You are in pitch blackness. You cannot see a thing. Then a spot of light appears. It grows wider and wider until you emerge to a fate that's nearly worse than death. In the sewer again. You have landed in a disgusting pile of unbelievable filth. Slime, excrement, sludge, dung, and dregs, all the way up to your neck. You are evidently in the sewers of care. Again. Get up. You start to struggle up to your feet when a splashing sound to your left that draws your attention to a small opening in the wall next to your ear. Something is coming. Duck to avoid it. Big oof on that one. Yeah, I oofed. You take a deep breath, swallow your pride, and duck down as the foul sludge. When you come up for air, the deluge has gone. You clean yourself off best you can. Oh, wonderful. This is an even bigger sewer map compared to where I was. Wonderful. Just what we wanted. Let's go. You stand in a cavernous sewer tunnel filled knee-deep with flowing, stench-filled water. Well, I'm having great luck with hygiene. I know, we had one nice bath, and that's it. That was all we get. That's all the hygiene they have for today. Okay, howdy. Have a nice sleep. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. It is pitch black. You could be standing on a mountain top or inside a coffin, except that is for a single speck of light somewhere in the far distance. I suppose we should make a move. The tunnels disappear off into darkness. Go towards the light! Do not swim in sewer water for the 3rd time. We're going to be swimming in sewer water for the 3rd time. That's facts. You make your way up the tunnel towards the distant light. It is slow progress as you creep through the dark, keen not to trip over the muck. The distant light grows closer, whatever it is moving quicker than you. Ice cold water drips from the ceiling and runs down your neck. And call out. You cup your hands to your mouth and bellow, "Who goes there?" The marching feet stop instantly. There's a pause. "Show yourselves!" You call. The pause continues, then suddenly the walls are filled with blood-curdling cry, like molten iron filling a crucible. The feet begin to pound forward, approaching at speed. Shit. I'm sure it's fine. We're cursed to the sewers. We are. We live here now. This is our home. We're just gonna make a lovely holiday home in the sewers. It's gonna be fine. Stand my ground. I will kick the shit out of anything that comes up to me. You stand your ground and wait. The distant light comes closer and closer, till soon you can see the bobbing heads of a score of goblins. Their cleavers, sword, dagger, and teeth flashing in reflected torchlight. They race towards you like sewer rats. Wait for it. Oh, the Underground King. The Underground King. The Underground King. The Underground King. We got told about this guy. Oh, heck yeah. You wait, and within a few moments, the tunnel is filled with goblins. There are not one or two, but a whole army led by a tall, stocky elder goblin, and chanting a weird guttural song. They pause a short distance away from you, and the leader steps forward. "You should not be here," the goblin declares. "This is the domain of the Mad King and of us." "Take me to your king," you demand. The goblin asks, "Certainly, we will drag your corpse to his feet." He gestures behind him, and one of his warriors steps up grinning and Jig, 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 jig. Let me cast jig. Let me cast jig. Yes, there's a J. But I want to... But jig, we could have a dance party. I want to cast dance party. What's pop? Pop goes the weasel. No, guys, pebble. So I could create an explosion because I do have a pebble. What's the M one I can do? Mud? I don't know, quicksand. Gah. Guh. I can't get that A. Cause fear. I can't do that. Oh, duh. Nope. I checked the M, didn't I? Oh yeah, that's mud. Yeah. What about H? How? Hot? Fire? Fire. Fireball! Fireball! You cast a spell, creating a fireball that you fling at the nearest goblin. It evaporates in a cloud of smoke. Boo. The goblin leader laughs. He gestures another of his minions to face you. Another! Fireball! I would like to cast... So we had hot last time. What was on the D's? We had a D-O, DOS. Create slowness. Illusion of treasure. Pop! Yeah, let's throw a rock at him. Explosion! You cast a spell over a pebble and hurl it at the approaching creature. It explodes in a burst of acrid flame. The goblin leader frowns. He's starting to get angry. He motions one more of the goblins into battle. You want to try it again, my dude? This is fine. I can go all day. That would be hot again. No, that's dud. We don't want dud. We've done dud. We've done pop. We did hot. What's the M? That's mud. I can't do mud. I don't have the thing for mud. Can I pop again? Yeah! Pop, pop, pop. I'm going through my stamina quite fast, but it's fine. You weave the spell over another pebble and throw it at the attacking goblin. It detonates in a puffball of ashes. The first signs of genuine fear are showing on the goblin leader's face. He instructs one more goblin to draw his sword. I instruct that goblin to die. This one can have fireball again. No, not Dodd. H. Hot. Fireball! You weave a spell creating another ball of flame that you lob at the creature. It evaporates into a cloud of smoke. Enough! The goblin leader cries. You waste my time and my soldiers. Go in peace. And with that, he waves his army on. They march in the tunnels. Let them go. Just let them go. There are so many goblins that it takes several minutes for them to pass by. Clearly, they could have had your neck if they had chosen to. You have been lucky. At the rear, 2 goblin generals. How many more soldiers does the Mad King want? The first asks, the second as they pass their positions. Thousands, the second replies, then spits. He'll get what he wants. That he will, agrees the first. Testing is playing his thumb. The 2 walk on, still talking in muttering voices. There was talk of a goblin attack in the first bit of the game. So that's very interesting. Follow them, yeah, let's follow the goblins. The end is nigh, the Mad King! You trail along behind the goblins like a shadow. The Backlin tribes are ready, the first goblin general hisses. The second goblin makes a chittering noise, something close to a laugh. Ready to run through this city like a river of molten steel at the word from the king. A few words, the goblin replies, but I have learnt a few myself. Ear! One hisses, stopping suddenly, cocking an ear. What's that? Hide. Freeze. You freeze. The goblins keep walking away out of earshot, not stopping. They do not look round, but continue in low voices. Oh, I could go back, but why would I do that? You hurry to catch up with the goblins. The tunnel turns a corner. Something glints from the side of the sewer. Let's have a look at it. You stop to look at it, losing sight of the goblins once more. It's a vile potion. Sniff it! Blimberry! I'll cough it now. Thank you. You unstop the Blimberry potion and gulp down a mouthful. You feel better, and all traces of hunger are also gone. Goblins disappear around the corner of the sewer. I want to go back. Keep going, keep going, keep going. You are back in earshot of the goblins. You know one of the lines. So the goblin is quizzing the other. The goblin spits in agreement. I overheard the Mad King whisper it to herself. His voice drops for a moment. You only hear the second half of what he says. And Forger's pride. Just then you see more lights up ahead. It seems the sewer is opening into a wider space. Oh, let's go, let's go. Peering through, you see a huge chamber, like an underground cathedral. Water pours in through narrow channels, and openings high in the wall, and several wooden ladders disappear upwards. But your eyes are taken by the creature in the center of the room. It is filled with goblins. Like a ship's hold filled with rats, they swarm around one another, clashing swords and baring teeth. In the middle of them all, and on an impoverished throne, sits a man. Hunched low, he wears a metal circlet on his head. Slip inside. I want to have a look! I want to see the king! You slip into the hall. It is warm with a fetid breath of the 1,000 creatures who drink and laugh and clash swords down in the muck. On his throne their king seems to be sleeping, or else they have killed him by accident. He is a man, not a goblin. How does he control the rabble? Let's have a look at this man. The man is thin, as if he has not eaten in months, and pale, as if he has been in the dark just as long. His hair is long and grey, and he slumps over the side of his throne, as though desperately ill. His clothes are long, soiled robes that perhaps were once quite fine. On his head he wears a grey circlet of dull silver metal you cannot quite place. The king coughs suddenly. The effect is bizarre. At the noise, every goblin in the great chamber freezes up to look. Let's look at the circlet. You shift your position in the darkness to try get a better view of the king's strange circlet. You cannot place the material. It does not seem to be iron or the steel of a blade, but it is not precious either. Yet the king treats it as though it were made of glass. The king pushes on the arm of his chair, attempting to stand, then shivers and falls down. He whispers, "Silence!" he whispers. The chamber is suddenly quiet. I'm waiting and listening. You wait, transfixed by the strange scene. The king fingers the circlet on his head, as if scared it will slip. "My creatures," he whispers, "the time is almost upon us. As the night draws, we will rise up and open the gates. We will dub this filthy city clean." He is broken off into a fit of coughing. Could I heal him? I have a lot of blimberry potions. I want to check my inventory 1 second. Other items. Magical items. I have 5 doses of blimberry. Do you think he'd want that? What? No, I didn't mean to click that button. The goblins' horde are frozen to attention, every face towards their king in a strange rapture. "The long journey is nearly over," declares the king, raving with madness. "The process I began when I blinded Lord Theta and left him a beggar. Finally, the council will be destroyed and the city cleaned." Make a move. You found 2 clues, and other clues have been updated. Let's check those out. Lord Theta is now a blind beggar. So we have half a spell line there. Goblin army. Okay. I should have 2 halves of a line, because I found the other one, didn't I? Creep into the larder? Is that my only move? Other than, like, returning to the sewer? I mean, why would I return to the sewer after this? Come on. We got to adventure still. Sticking to the shadows, you begin to creep around the perimeter of the hall, aiming for the one of the long ladders that disappear up into darkness. You get about halfway before the goblin nearby turn, pushing at each other. You're forced to freeze. The goblin close by your elbow murmurs, "How much longer do we have to listen to this?" His companion silences with a talon to the arm. Let's continue to make our move. Continue to creep round. You creep further around the edge of the hall. The king finally gets to his feet and raises a wizened arm into the air. "I will open the gates for you tonight," he cried, "and we will make this city pure." The goblin in front of you grinds his teeth. "One more day of this nonsense," he grumbles. "Then we'll see." Oh, so they're not exactly loyal. The king raises a cheer, and the goblins, as one, cheer back, throwing up their swords in the air. 1,000 blades flash. and the confusion when they land is extreme. Every goblin cowering for cover, then squabbling to retrieve their blades. Let's make more moves. Let's get to the, get over here. You cross the remaining strides to the base of the ladder. Once you start to climb, you will be extremely visible, so you must choose your moment wisely. The king calls for silence, but the goblins do not hear him. They are a mess with their swords. Now is the time, because they're not fucking looking. Go, 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 go! You take advantage of the confusion. You scurry quickly up the ladder. For a few rungs, you are in the open. You must look like a strange, oversized rat climbing the rigging in this underground cell. But you climb fast and quietly, and you are quickly lost into the shadows of the overhead once more. Up, 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 up! You climb the ladder into a narrow stone chimney, which climbs at angle. After a while, the ladder gives out, and there is nothing but stone above you. In the distance, a circle of light. Keep climbing, keep climbing. You take heart in... Taking your heart in your mouth, you wedge your fingers into whatever cracks in the stone you can find. Pin your feet on either side of the well shaft and begin to climb. Gotta keep going. The going is slow, and the dizzying drop below is terrifying. You feel whatever confidence you have built up slipping away. About 2/3 of the way up, you realize how much there is still to go. It is as though the walls are moving downwards rather than you moving upwards. But we have to keep going! There is no time to pause or wait. You keep climbing, despite the growing pain in your legs and the burning in your muscles, in the muscles of your arm. From below, you hear the carousing of the goblin horde. No choice but to keep going. You inch your way up the tea! We don't inch our way up the tea, but I have tea. Yay, thank you, Tea Fairy, you're the best. You inch your way up the stone chimney little by little. The circle of light overhead grows from the size of a gold piece to the size of a tea mug. Tea mug? To the size of a small shield. You are nearly there. And just as you begin to believe you will never make it, your fingers grasp the stone lip, and you are hauling yourself up and out. You emerge with a grateful heap into fresh air of the outside world. Where the fudge did I end up? Up here? Wow, okay, right by the north gate. Okay. You have emerged from a well house in a clearing in the shadow of the city wall. Looking around, you realize how far you've come. On the other side of the clearing is the north gate itself. The ground before it is wide and clear and lit by blazing torches set into brackets either side of the enormous sealed doors. Should there be archers hiding in the shadows, they would have a clear sight on you. You don't know any spell lines. You don't know any of the spell lines, of course, but perhaps the gate will open to Dob spell after all. Fuck it, let's give it a go. It's worth a shot. Dop. You stay in the shadows and try the Dop spell. You do not expect it to work. The door is wizard locked after all. But it's worth a try while you still have time. You complete the magic and focus on the door, but nothing happens. No tumblers turn, no hinges creak. There is not even the slightest hint of bending wood, as if the door cannot hear your magic. Wait and watch. You wait in the shadows and watch. If the guards are patrolling, you should be able to learn their patterns, but strangely, there seem to be no guards here at all. Perhaps because the gate is locked, no one bothered to guard it anymore? There is nothing else for it. Throwing caution to the wind, you step out of the shadows and approach the gate. Time to see how good your lockpicking skills really are. I don't want to be this close to the gate. Like, I do not have what I need to open this gate. You reach the other side of the clearing unscathed and stand below the enormous door. Recite some of the spell that I have. You knock firmly on the door. There is no response. You call out, "I am here to open the gate." There is no response. You begin to wonder if you've been tricked. If there is no gate here at all, and simply an illusion painted across a solid stone wall. Suddenly you are not alone. A phantom voice issues from the wood itself. "Halt, stranger," it booms. "Do you know the spell which controls this gate?" "I do know it." "I do," you reply. "Perhaps you can bluff your way through, not knowing any of the lines." "Then I await your command," the voice booms. From across the clearing you hear a scrambling of sound of metal on stone, but there's no time for that now. "Open sesame!" you cry. You stand back to see what effect your line had. The strongest spell of all. The voice has gone silent. Let's look around. Yeah. You look around towards the well. It is crawling with figures, long claws and flashing swords, and hunched bodies scrambling in the dirt. Goblins! It looks like an army under the city have chosen this moment to attack. Then the voice booms, "Incorrect. This door is sealed." There's no time for another guess. I tried the Dob spell C86. It didn't work. The goblins are charging across the dust towards you, dashing to the shadows. There is no way to fight 100 goblins. You dash aside into the shadows. Whoop! Hide! The goblins pour up to the gate. Are they going to try ram it? But then they stop, and in their midst a small figure is being propelled forward. Is it the Mad King? He is surrounded by a guard of nearly 20 goblins. I'm going to hang back because I think he knows the shit to open the gate. You hang back, watching as the figure nears the gate. Leaning down to the lock, he whispers something, but you cannot hear what he says. A moment later, the gate begins to move. It is opening. I kind of want to run for it. Whee! Run, run, run! This is your chance to leave the city. You rush forward, chanting fearsome-sounding lictory at the top of your lungs to scare the goblins and clear them aside. You are nearly through when suddenly a great cry goes up from outside the walls. Something is moving out there. Keep running. You keep pedaling madly forward, for once simply running madly and not waiting to look around. You are almost through the gate when you see what is out there. An army of marsh goblins. Thousands of them, fully armed, stampeding towards Care. Drop to one side of the gate. In the last moment before the invading army crashes through the open gate, you drop to one side, pressing yourself breathless against the stone. The invading army, marsh goblins, storm through, filling the clearing and meeting their hill cousins in a loud and violent celebration. The man with the circlet at the gate cries with glee, "A new day for Care begins!" He cries, clambering onto the shoulders of a nearby goblin, as though about to make a speech. Quite suddenly, the goblins that are carrying him let go. He cries out as he falls to the ground. A sword goes up, slashing down. There is a scream. They have murdered their own king. What is going on here? The circlet from his head rolls to your feet. The goblins, clashing sword on shield, look towards the city with violent eyes. Yoink. I want it. I want it. From the way the king was clutching the circlet, you might have thought the thing was of power, perhaps akin to the crown of kings itself. But it is nothing. Cheap, hammered iron. It still bears the groove from when it was once a goblin sword. You toss it into the dust. Go for the gate. Fuck the town! Their attack on Kaher is not your concern. Darting forward through the crowd of creatures, you head for the open gate and the backlands. Run for the gate! Fuck it! You run for the gate, but your progress is slow. The goblins are surging in, and they are starting to organize. One, a leader of some kind, is hoisted up by others, and he can address the crowds. Kaher falls! He screams in his guttural voice, and every creature dies! Suddenly, goblin eyes are turning on you as if they had not seen you before. One springs forward, but there are 100 more behind. Run for it! You cannot keep this up. Wave after wave of goblins filling the yard. You cannot hope to kill them all with just your sword. You run and race away into the shadows. Then a voice rings out, "Stop! There is a better way!" I'll look for the speaker. You look around, but can see no one. But all around you, something is happening. It is as though the goblins have slowed down. Their warmongering becomes an absurd, stately dance. The noise in the clearing dulls to a low rumble. "I command you to stop!" The voice cries, and suddenly you feel yourself held rigid. From the smoke of the torches by the gate, a figure emerges. Look at the figure. It is an old man with a long beard and deep black irises. He paces through the churning goblin army to stand in the open. His legs disappear into a spectral trail. He is at least part wraith. "Step forward," he commands, and you find yourself bidden. Approach the figure. The goblins seem to part around you like smoke as you approach the figure. "I have aligned 3 stars, the ghostly man declares. Vic rises tonight. The goblins show their hand tonight, but also you. You are here tonight. My name," the figure intones, "is Lorang." Hey, I was looking for this guy! "I was once a scholar of a noble, and a noble of the city. Later I founded it." You founded it later? You reply, confused. Who is this crazed shade? "I saw Kaher was falling. Sansaz had lost his mind and sided with the goblins. The council was in ruins. My own life was threatened. I saw Kaher needed to be saved, so I went back to remake it in a way that could be saved. And here we are now. You have been here 2 days. I have been here hundreds of years waiting for you to bring me the spell for the gate." "But the gate's already open," you reply. "The goblins opened it, their leader did." The figure slowly shakes his head. "The spell does not open the gate." His tone is heavy and dark, like tarried timber. "The spell controls it, and there are deep magics burned into the wood itself. Magics that have poisoned the city and burned fire into the eyeballs of those who live nearby." He stares at you, his cold black eyes expressing no emotion. "Deep magics I placed there to be used by you. Tonight, I am dead. You must act for me. But how can I find the spell lines?" "How can I find this magic?" You ask. "I travelled the city and learned nothing." The wizard nods. "The lines are known to 4 nobles. Lord Theatre is blind and living in the wasteland of Upper Care. Lord Shinra is dead, but not forgotten. His mausoleum in the necropolis. Lord Molas was follower of God Slang, and in his shrine near the docks of Lower Care you may learn his line. As for my line, I give it to you freely. Tumblers, too, sealed deep inside. No, the spell isn't DOP C86. I tried DOP. It didn't work. But what if I just didn't? What if I just didn't? No, I haven't tried it a second time. Why would it work the second time and not the first time? Would it be embarrassing if it wasn't locked? You just needed to give it a good push. That's insanity, C86, for trying things mod. But I have no stomach for your quest. I have no stomach for your quest, you reply. I have a task of my own. Lorang nods, but his expression is cool. Then know this. I founded this great city. If it burns today because of you, then your journey will continue. But it will be under a dark cloud. I will curse every further step you take beyond our walls. He waits for that information to sink in. If you will allow me, he says, I will bend time itself so that you may return to the city and find the spell for the gate. So shall you take on the adventure, or will you leave Care to burn? You hesitate. Care is a city of traps, but also of secrets. And there is still more you might find. Can you afford to let the city port burn? Yeah, fine, we'll continue the search. I will help you, you tell him. The wizard nods. I thank you. Ready myself. He raises his arm and begins the spell. The raging goblins stand like statues. You feel yourself lifting up from your body as though you have been snatched away by birdmen. As you lift into the air, you hear Lorang cry out one last piece of advice. Find the lines, and find the order of the lines. Care dwindles beneath you as you feel your body growing weaker. Oh, so I can like just teleport back as far as I want to. And these are like all the places I've visited. Let's go here. I'd like to go back as far as I can because there's so many places that he mentioned that I never went to. Go. The biggest rewind. You're being wrenched in directions you didn't know existed. The pain is unbearable, and just when you think you will go mad from it, the forces tear you apart. You struggle to grab onto your belongings and your very self as you tumble down from the clouds. When you awake, your eyes open once more. Your surroundings have changed. Following the track for a few minutes, you reach a junction and then we're back here. Do I have all my shit from before? Like magical items? Do I have like my chain? I have my bamboo flute. That was a new thing I had. 10 gold pieces. Yeah, I have my silver chain too. Okay, so we do have everything from like last playthrough, but we just need to do it again, I guess. But I guess we will do that next time. But for now, thank you everyone for coming. Thank you everyone in chat. Thank you anyone who lurked. And thank you to everyone who watches the VOD. I really appreciate you coming and interacting with my content, no matter how you choose to do it. If you have not already, I would highly appreciate it if you would leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you're on Twitch, if you get the channel, a cheeky little follow. I will be playing more Sorcery next week. As for streaming this week, I'm a little bit busy this week, and Pancake Day is on Tuesday, so I won't be streaming Tuesday. I'll be too busy eating and making pancakes with my brother. So I won't be back until Friday, where I will be playing some nonneries. So unfortunately, there's going to be a little bit less of me this week, but that's okay. I'll be back. You're still getting at least 3 streams from me this week, but not until Friday now. So I will see you guys then. If you would like to support me in other ways, such as with the months, if you've done the subscribing and the liking and the joining of the Discord, you can do that in multiple ways. You can do that by YouTube membership, where you get emotes, exclusive streams, Discord channel, and merch discounts. There's the Patreon, where you get short stories, exclusive streams, merch discounts, and free books. Both members and Patreons at Bookworm tier, at most tiers, you also get a free game, a free visual novel that I made. There is the Kofi, where if you like my emotes and you would like me to draw some for you, you can commission me to do that. And there's small audiobooks in the shop. Last but not least is my merch store, where you can get ebooks, first edition copies of the books I've written, bookmarks, and notebook, a pillow, and some stickers. Check out all the links in the description. But for now, I had fun. I hope you had fun. This has been Bridie Rose Smith, live in the Finn Library. Goodbye.